Good afternoon, everybody. I'm your host, Crystal, and this is another edition of the 9 O'Clock Meltdown podcast. And via speakerphone, I have the oh so wonderful and talented Eli Gardiner. Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Good, good. And now you are a Minneapolis-based musician.
Yes, I am. I've been here for a couple years now.
A couple years. Where'd you hail from?
I'm originally from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan,
Oh,
Marquette area,
okay.
right on Lake Superior. Yeah.
All right. And what brought you down to the cities?
I bounced around a little bit for my job. I'm a news photojournalist for local TV, and before I came to Minneapolis, I was in Richmond, Virginia, actually.
Oh, all right then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. You bounced around quite a bit.
Yeah, lived a few other places before that too, but always wanted to get back to the Midwest, and Minneapolis is a perfect fit for me.
All right, very cool, very cool. And now, Eli, I was kind of snooping on your website a little bit. Looks like you've got a couple albums out, and you've actually been writing music since high school.
Yeah, that's when I started, putting chords to some lyrics I was writing, and kind of went from there. But yeah, I think this is technically my fifth album. I did my first album in college,
Okay.
kind of do-it-yourself kind of thing, but I had access to a studio at Northern Michigan University, so that's where I recorded my first stuff. My last one was in Richmond, Virginia in 2017. It was kind of like a basement, just a house recording when my friends had a studio.
Okay, very
Yeah.
cool. So it kind of sounds like you're more of a DIY kind of musician then.
Yeah, kind of just by necessity. I mean, I don't like to have to depend on other people to play music. It's great to have other people involved and like put a band together, but I also love just getting the guitar out and writing a song or playing songs, something like that.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I read on your website was you are a very well-versed kind of solo musician.
Yeah, that's been kind of a long time coming, but it's something I've always had aspirations to do, and so it just was kind of something that I just kind of kept at, and now I love playing solo shows. Before the pandemic, I was doing all kinds of stuff. I think most recently I played a show up in Duluth, actually.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. What was your music kind of like back in high school? I mean, versus today? I was, like I said, I was snooping on your website, and you've got this beautiful kind of sultry voice and guitar stuff going on.
Well, thank you. My music has progressed, I think, as far as like having more intention towards it. I think when you first start writing songs, you're just trying to get emotion down, and I think it's like any other art where you can be more intentional and work on it as far as what matters to you in the art and what you're trying to aspire towards. So I think I've gotten more defined in that as far as my songwriting.
All right, perfect, perfect. Have you done any online shows?
Yeah, a few. I when this stuff first started, I would kind of plan it out. Lately, it's just kind of been spur of the moment. If I feel like playing for a while, I'll just go live on Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, okay, perfect. What has your kind of reception been?
I kind of relate it to busking on the street. I'm not sure if you've ever seen people do that, but
Yes.
I've done that a few times, and it's kind of similar, where people will kind of stop in. The big thing for me is not looking at the screen when you're playing.
Yeah.
Because then you're kind of trying to sing and read at the same time, and that doesn't work.
Oh, yes, yes. I've popped in quite a few of those online videos and things like that. And, my musician friends, T. Alexi, Hannah Ray, they'll pause after a song and then read the comments and comment in the video and then go back to playing. So.
Oh, yeah. That's a good way to do it, definitely.
Yeah. Excellent, Eli.
It's fun. I'm glad we have that technology right now because I think it is a way to connect safely, with people. And I even started going to some different music pages, just going live on the pages just to get a different audience and feel.
Oh, okay.
And I think there's ways of doing that, to get your music out there. It's just a different form. there's not that immediate feedback from an audience.
Right. Yeah, I was talking to possibly her, Mary Bew, a few weeks ago, and
Okay.
yeah, she was just saying that there isn't that applause, or that high, or there's no necessarily feedback that you get. It's you sing a song, you bare your heart, and then I'm in my living room now. So
Yeah, I think it's just a different beast. Like playing shows, you want that direct response, and sometimes you get that online, but also you have to remember it's getting recorded, and so it is like a performance. But also it's a really cool way just to try new music out. And even though it is live, there's definitely something different than just playing by yourself, on your couch. There's that added element of there's an actual audience.
right.
Eventually, maybe. So.
Excellent. Yes, and to your point of Instagram, I've seen quite a few artists kind of take to Instagram. It's just with Instagram, I mean, it seems like you can reach more people versus Facebook, where you only kind of reach your friends. So have you had a good reception on your Instagram page? I know that's how we met, actually.
Yeah, Instagram has been good for me for networking and seeing other local musicians and people that are involved in, promoting local music. I've had more success going live on Facebook for some reason.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Maybe because you can go longer. I think you can go longer on Facebook than an hour.
Oh,
Instagram cuts you off. But what I do on Facebook is if I do live, I try to share it different places. I'll use the phone and then go on the computer and share it to different pages or whatever. That usually has more success. But maybe I'm not doing it right on Instagram. Who knows?
Well,
whatever works.
Yeah, I'd say you're doing it right. We met.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent, Eli. Excellent. So
are you based in Duluth?
I am. Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I love Duluth. There's a lot of great little places to play up there.
Oh, yes, there are. Off the top of my head, I really don't have a favorite, honestly. It all depends on kind of what vibe I want to go for on a Friday night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, before all this happened, I played Sir Benedict's a few times. The newer one, the Cedar Lounge in Superior, is a lot of fun, too.
Yes, that one is tons of fun as well. I finally went and saw the Black Eyed Snakes, actually, probably about 2 years ago now, and I saw them at the Cedar Lounge finally, and yeah, that's a fun spot to be. They have a collection of music that passes through those doors.
Nice.
Yeah. So Eli, you had mentioned a little earlier that you put out an album in high school. It was kind of more of a basement album. You've gone to friends' houses, kind of putting that together. What is that like for you? Is it more of a, hey, we're going to pelt out some songs this afternoon and then hang out, or is it kind of all business?
So yeah, I put out one of the first albums I put out was actually in college.
Okay, my mistake.
But yeah, for me, it's always been the driving force. Has just been the songs that I'm writing at the time, and then trying to figure out how to present them the best way. And because I've gotten other people involved, even from the get go, from the first album, and it's kind of morphed and adapted to also my abilities. The most recent album, The Fire and the Medicine, it's coming out September 25th officially. There's a few songs online and on Spotify and everything, and on my website as well. But that one, it was really more intentional. I really wanted to find the right players. I'd done the home recording thing, and I'm glad I did it, and I'll probably still do it.
Okay.
But I really wanted to get someone involved where I could take it from what I could do with my abilities and make it into something bigger. And so I think that's what's happened with this album. The people I've gotten involved. It was produced with Greg Schutte at his studio, Bathtub Shrine Recording Studio in the Northeast here in Minneapolis.
Okay.
He also played drums on it. And then I met two guys, Nick Salisbury and Dan Schwartz, at a songwriter showcase in St. Paul that Nick Hensley runs, and that was really key. They have I'm not sure if you've been to that songwriter showcase, but they basically have a backing band for anyone that gets up and plays, and it's pretty much original songs. They really promote the songwriters and original material,
Yeah.
So you get up and you can play, a couple songs with these guys, and they learn it on the spot. Yeah, I was really impressed, and I really had like just an instant connection with those guys that when I first started playing, and so I wanted them to get involved on this album. So they came in, and Nick Salisbury plays bass, and Dan Schwartz is a great musician. He plays slide, he plays some dobro, some mandolin, some electric guitar. He's all over the album. So it was really taking these songs for what I could do solo and putting them then in other people's hands and seeing what could happen. And people that I trusted and that I valued what they were doing musically.
Very cool, Eli. Very cool. I can't wait to hear it. And honestly, it comes out a few days after my birthday. So what an excellent birthday present. Thank you. Awesome. That's really cool that you were able to connect with other musicians and kind of get an added flair to your music. And it seems like it happened organically as well.
Yeah, it did. It wasn't, I've been here 2 years now. And I think I started going to the Songwriter Showcase maybe, almost a year in. And that was, but I love that kind of atmosphere where the original song is promoted and people value that. And it's about creating what's best for the song and rather than, trying to do a cover song or pretend to be a different singer. So it's really about finding your voice. And I think that's really what I recognized in these players, is that they recognize that as well in me. So it's been a lot of fun. And I can't wait to hopefully play some live shows with this full band.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be wonderful. Even if it's on Facebook.
Yeah, something, anything. It'd be fun just to get other people involved, especially these guys.
Yes. And, I've heard that before about Minneapolis, that there's a vast community of musicians and things like that. I mean, even to take a quick side note, Lizzo got her kind of gig start in Minneapolis as well, and now, she's in LA and on the top 40. So there's definitely that connection there, that community, that professionalism down there. What kind of how does Minneapolis compare to where you were living before? Was there a community sense?
Yeah, there was. I think for the type of music I do, it's just a great fit. There's a lot of different people involved in the scene, and a lot of different aspects of that. But the big thing is just the professionalism of players that I've found, like on a local and then like a national level as well. Greg Schutte and Nick Salisbury tour with Ryan Bingham.
Okay.
It was a big artist. And before we started recording the album in December, they were playing First Avenue with Ryan Bingham and touring with him.
Yeah. Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and then Nick Salisbury also was set to go on tour with Brian Fallon of the Gaslight Anthem. He's one of my favorites. So just seeing the music they're involved in on that level, but then also on where there's no ego involved. It's all about the music, and so they're going to be playing with people locally too that they appreciate. So yeah, that's been a huge thing, and I think something that's been given me confidence as well, just having that appreciation of what I'm doing musically from people like that. So it's been great.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. That's amazing to hear that there are all these different artists and they all kind of come out of the woodwork and help each other out. That to me is the epitome of community.
Absolutely, yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, and now, Eli, you kind of mentioned something. You mentioned egos, and that the ego state kind of doesn't get in the way of producing good music. Is that something that you've found that can get in the way of being musically inclined?
Yeah, I think so, because I think it comes, from kind of a lack of confidence in yourself. If you have to put the ego in front, it's something I've dealt with, because I think you have to have a little bit of an ego, especially if you're a songwriter, to have that initial push of like, people should hear this.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be. It's good to recognize that, because then it can come from a pure place. It's like, I want to present these songs, and I want to connect with people, and not be about yourself, but it be about the music. and people can relate to that. And that's the type of music I like, where it's not about I'm amazing, I wrote these songs. It's about I want to share these songs because that's the type of music I value, is that connection when you're hearing a song and you can relate to it and it makes you feel part of something.
Right. More of that community sense.
Yeah, and I think so. I think ego can play a part in any part of artist or any person that's trying to create something. But seeing that, and then also understanding that it doesn't have to be, and getting people involved where it's not about the ego. It's not about how great they are or how great they think you are.
Yeah.
It's about, hey, we like this music and we want to present it the best way. We want to, connect with people that way. So I think that's a really good way that I've found to go about creating. And I think too, it's almost freeing, like putting it out there, because I think when you're doing music or art or anything, it's really hard to let go of something that you've put a lot of time and effort into, and emotion.
Yeah, a piece of your heart, basically.
Right. And you want people to react to it a certain way, like you're visualizing it in your head, but that's not going to happen, right?
No, you cannot control other people's reactions.
Yeah. So it's freeing, just letting go and being like, you know what, this is the song I present, and you can react to it how you want. And I don't know, I've seen that happen in a few ways that are kind of interesting to me. But
okay, now I'm going to ask you to go into that.
Yeah,
if you
can.
There's
a song on the new album called "Bought and Sold," and I'm directly talking about our politicians, more specifically, Donald Trump, who's our president right now.
Yeah. And
the show, one of the last shows I played was at the Warming House. I got to play with Salisbury and Dan Schwartz, and we pretty much played the album from front to back. And after the show, there was a guy that came up to me and totally misinterpreted the song. I'm pretty much I'm being critical, saying this person's bought and sold, and he had a different take on it, which is fine. That's great, but sometimes you have to be blatant, and I thought I was, but I guess not enough.
Interesting. Now, Eli, is the song up on your website?
No, that's one yet to be released, actually.
You're gonna make me wait? Oh,
yeah.
Come on.
But the song "Tattered and Torn," there's actually a music video out for that right now.
Perfect. All right, we'll take a listen to that one after the interview.
It's also kind of a reaction to the latest presidential election as well.
Ah, yes. There's been a lot of that going on. So, Eli, do you kind of write about more political stances, or is it just kind of how you're feeling in the moment?
Lately, I have been, just because that's been the anger and frustration, and kind of underlying theme the last few years, especially lately. And I don't really look at it necessarily as a political stand. It's more about, do you care about other people? That kind of stance.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's gone beyond politics. It's about standing up for people's rights. If you believe all people should have, rights.
Oh yes, definitely. Very cool.
Yeah.
How has this kind of album changed from your previous albums? I mean, do you write? It sounds like you write from the heart and your own experience.
Yeah, this album is more of a mixture of. There's some personal songs, but there's more storytelling involved, and then there's also more worldview kind of songs where it's a commentary on what's going on. Okay,
perfect. Well, now we just have to wait until September, right?
Yep. Definitely. There's 2 songs out though, "Tattered and Torn" and "The Right and the Wrong" are out, and the Right and the Wrong we'll be getting a music video premiere on the Americana UK website this coming.
Oh, wonderful! Excellent, yeah. Eli, excellent. Oh my goodness! Now we'll have to tune into that one as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wonderful. Have you been doing any songwriting now that stores aren't open and you can't go out and play?
I was kind of stagnant there when the pandemic first hit.
I think everyone was.
Yeah, it was kind of rough. It was really just kind of an adjustment period, I think, for a lot of people. But then after that, lately I kind of write in spurts where it's like I won't write anything for a while, and then in 1 week I'll write like 5 songs. So yeah, I think I have an album's worth of new album's worth of material. So see what happens with that.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Any thoughts of hitting up a studio?
Yeah, I mean, not right away, but that's kind of the plan. And I think the next album will be more acoustic based. This last album was more rock, a lot of drums, a lot of rhythm, a lot of grooves. But I think the next one will be a little bit more laid back and maybe some more live performances.
All right, excellent. Well, I'm excited to hear that, and I can't wait to get a hold of your new album that's coming out, and then see what the future holds.
Yeah, for me, it's just all about creating, forward movement, and I mean, really, just the songwriting just kind of pushes all that forward. So
right.
It's been fun.
Excellent, Eli. Excellent. Let's talk about your lyric style for a minute, if we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said that this new album, has got some personal stories in it. It's got some more political stances. I mean, where really do you pull from lyrically? Do you pull from what's going on around you at the time, or your own kind of personal interpretation? Or maybe both?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's both lately. I've learned to try to kind of trust my gut when I get a little bit of a moment of inspiration.
Okay.
There's a new song, and then just listening to different music too. Like I love inspired by new musicians and people. Like one of my favorites right now is Jerry Joseph. Have you heard of him?
I have not, but I will look him up.
Yeah, Jerry Joseph, and I think the Jack Mormons. But his new album he actually did with the Drive-By Truckers.
Oh, okay. Those guys I've heard of.
Yeah, and I think Jason Isbell played on one of his songs too. And he's one of my favorite songwriters right now. But Jerry Joseph he's been great. I've been watching his live streams. And he did an interview recently where he talked about how he was writing a song at his brother's house in Mexico, and there was like a gun on the table, and how just setting the scene. And so that immediately kind of got my ideas flowing for a song. So I've learned to kind of just drop things and get down that moment of inspiration, and not necessarily having to shape it right away, but getting it down. Because I think that's the big thing for me. Like those are the songs I like the best, when you're not overthinking it, and you're kind of just following that path, and then writing down the lyrics.
Right. Yes, very true. Excellent to hear. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, that's a great question. Thanks.
Of course. Now, how did you get started in music? I mean, was it you were 16 and picked up a guitar, or did somebody kind of give you piano lessons? How did that start?
Yeah, so I was a senior in high school, and I was playing junior B hockey away from home, and I had a lot of kind of free time on my hands between school. I just started writing lyrics. I was always interested in art and music. At the time, I was really into illustration and drawing as well, and creating. And so it was kind of offshoot of just the creative impulse. And so I started writing lyrics. And then my dad was a classical guitarist.
Oh, okay.
And so I bugged him to give me a guitar, and he showed me some chords and some old song books, and I kind of just went from there. For me, I mean, it's been a long process though, just of finding my own voice and what I want things to sound like, and working with your limitations and everything.
Well, it doesn't sound like you have any limitations now.
No, there's always limitations. Yeah, that's the thing. You're always learning. You're always learning how to sing better, or sing truer, or learning different stuff on the guitar.
Okay. So is that what you mean by limitations? You're just your own voice and your own capacity?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's all about that. There's I think if you don't have limitations, you have too many options.
Okay.
And that can stifle creativity, I believe.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old phrase of, give people 3 options and not 10.
Right.
Interesting, interesting. Well, thank you. Thank you for that tidbit. Very cool. I guess I've never thought of it that way.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's true. There's other instruments I'd like to learn how to songwrite on, specifically piano as well. I haven't done that yet, but I think having a limitation where you understand kind of the type of music you want to make, and then yeah, I think it's just kind of an ongoing process, the creating, and yeah, it's been fun.
Great, excellent. Well, if it wasn't fun, you wouldn't do it, right?
Yeah, it's been fun, but I mean, it's also something I think it's something that if you're songwriting because it's an option for you, I think I don't know. I think the songs might fall a little false. I think people that especially for me, the songwriting I enjoy. It's kind of, you can just tell there's no bullshit.
Right.
People they're doing it because it's what they believe.
Yeah, it's being sincere.
Yeah.
Excellent. Have you ever come across artists that are just complete bullshit?
I'm sure. I mean, but again, that's not my place to say. But I mean, but I can. You have your inner compass where you're like, I don't really relate to that. Not sure why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I've come across that too, definitely.
Yeah.
Or they're just all ego, and you just can't navigate through that. It's a giant wall.
Right. Definitely.
All right, Eli, excellent. So it sounds like you're going to have a new music video coming out. You're going to drop the album this September. You got a couple live shows coming up. What else is on your docket?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm trying to line up some stuff for some album promotion as far as live shows. I'm not sure what form that's going to take yet.
Okay.
It's all, I mean, it's everything is different, weekly pretty much, daily. So we'll see what happens with that. It might not be for a while. But yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, it's been fun. I'm not, it's weird because we're in a weird place because you can make plans right now. But then everything can just change.
Oh,
as far as
tell me about
as far as like just as far as like the world and what's going on with the pandemic and people's level of comfortability going out, and if the numbers go up or down. So
Right. Well, Eli, it sounds like you have a pretty good handle on things. I mean, it sounds like you immediately jumped on the internet and to kind of release stuff that way.
I think as an independent artist, you kind of just have to do everything nowadays, and hopefully someone pays attention or something catches their eye or ear.
Yeah. Has that been kind of difficult for you to be the booking agent and the planner and the budgeteer and then the artist on top of that, or has it been pretty easy?
No, I think the whole promotion and learning how to book and email and press release and all that stuff has been a different skill that I've definitely had to learn the last few years. I like having that control over things and knowing the message I'm putting out. No one knows my story better than myself. So I think it's been just a different process, and it's just a different, side of the brain where, it's not as creative. You take the creation part, and that's just, for me, that's almost second nature now, where writing the songs, I know that comes pretty easy now. But learning how to promote them, and once a song is written, how do you get that in front of people? That's an ongoing process, I think, pretty much on every level for people that are doing music. Unless you have a giant, a huge label behind you, which not many people do nowadays.
Right, true. It's almost like the giant labels are kind of going the way of the dodo bird.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think the type of music that I appreciate and that I play, that's not really the route anyway. I don't want anyone pretty much telling me what to do with my music. So
a little bit of a punk side in there then.
Yeah, you could call it that.
or rebel side. I mean, two sides of the same coin,
or a
right?
Control freak, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Control freak. There you go. Well, Eli, if somebody's interested in hearing your music, seeing your music videos, or even booking you for a show, how can they do that?
Probably the best way is to go to EliGardiner.com, EliGardiner.com.
Okay.
Yeah, you can find all my stuff there.
All right.
Pre-order the new album, all that stuff.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. Are you up on iTunes and Amazon as well?
Yeah. The two, my latest album, Virginia Rose, and then the two new singles off the upcoming new album, are all on streaming services. Yep.
All right. Perfect, sir. Perfect. Eli, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to talk with us this afternoon. And thank you for sharing your wisdom. It seems like you've got a lot of years of wise words to you, and I hope to hear that in your music.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Broken like a bottle laying in the street. I've been down so low through the rust and the heat. Everywhere I look, they just turn away. If it wasn't for nothing, I'd have nothing to say. I was lost so long in my head. When you lose this much, you wonder if you're dead. Walking down the street, praying for the rain, praying for the lost and the broken and the pain. They don't know, they don't care. They just drink and laugh and stare. I've been holding this dream so long. Comes with the right and it comes with the wrong. Through the years, I don't give a damn anymore about those fears. When you got nothing to lose. So write and sing your blues. 'Cause they don't know, they don't care. They just drink and laugh and stare. I've been holding this dream so long. It comes with the right and it comes with the wrong. It comes with the right and it comes with the wrong. Afraid. It's not all meant to be okay. Find your voice and you never lose hope. When you hold so tight, you can never let go. They don't know, they don't care. They just drink and laugh and stare. I've been holding this dream so long. It comes with the right and it comes with the wrong. 'Cause they don't know, they don't care. They just drink and laugh and stare. I've been holding this dream so long.